With episode 131 of Dragon Ball Super, the series ended, and it left us with a ton of unanswered questions. Questions that fans have been pondering about, making theory videos on for over a year, and we thought that come this final episode, maybe we would get some answers to these questions, but we did not. Whether or not Dragon Ball Super continues in the future right now is a mystery, and these questions may be answered in the future if we get a continuation of Dragon Ball Super or a brand new series altogether. But for now, let's dissect and break down 10 of the most important unanswered questions that came out of Dragon Ball Super. That's coming up right after this.
My name is Soren, the main character of Mastar Media's own series Demon Rush, when I'm not out hunting demons and saving the world. I'm watching anime on Verve. This video today is brought to you by our sponsor, Verve. Just click on the link in my description below. Verve takes all the content from Crunchyroll, Funimation, and many major content creators and puts them all together in one simple yet amazing platform where you can watch anything, anywhere. You can watch your favorite anime like Dragon Ball Super and Attack on Titan subbed on Crunchyroll and dubbed on Funimation. Try Verve now for 30 days absolutely free by clicking the link in the description. This helps support my channel as well as the anime industry overall. All you have to do to get started is click the link in the description, and hopefully one day you'll see me, Soren of Demon Rush, on Verve as well.
Question number 1. Who is the dragon god ZALAMA? In episode 32 of Dragon Ball Super, Bulma goes with Jacko to meet with Zuno, the man who knows everything. And in this meeting, Bulma asks about the Super Dragon Balls. She says, "Tell me everything you know." And he says that they were created by the dragon god ZALAMA in the 41st year of the divine calendar. This tells us that the dragon god ZALAMA is incredibly old. He is seemingly a very powerful god if he's able to create the Super Dragon Balls and they can wish for absolutely anything. Is he on par with the Omni King or the Great Priest? What is his stature in the rankings and commands of the gods? These questions have never been answered in Dragon Ball and left fans wondering, is this guy some secret villain that's going to appear in the future? An incredibly strong god that appears, maybe Goku has to fight him, or maybe it is some sort of story that leads into a new arc. Unfortunately, even in the manga and the anime, we never learn anything more about the dragon god ZALAMA. This is one of the biggest mysteries of Dragon Ball Super and something that I kind of hope they do approach in a future arc, but we may sadly never get to learn anything more about this character. Question number 2. Who is the evildoer that killed Jiren's parents, and is he still alive? In episode 127 of Dragon Ball Super, in the Tournament of Power, as it was reaching its climax, Belmod, the god of destruction from Universe 11, begins to tell the backstory of Jiren and how he has a very traumatic past, how his friends and family and master were all killed by some evil doer, causing him to basically live his life on a quest for revenge and power. He wanted to get strong, so strong that not only could he defeat this evildoer, but get such absolute strength that he could essentially never be hurt again. Now, they never said, did Jiren defeat this evildoer, and they never said who he is, which leads me into question number 3. What is Jiren's wish? Again, during this same episode and during the same conversation, Android 17 says, "So your wish is ... and they never went into any explanation as to, was his wish to resurrect his friends and family, or was his wish to be able to battle this evildoer, or was it something even more than that? They kind of left it open-ended with some hints through the backstory, but never answered this question. Question number 4. How did Vegeta get God Ki? As we saw from the Battle of Gods arc, it required Goku to do the entire ritual in order to obtain Super Saiyan God. And even in the manga, we saw that Vegeta did have Super Saiyan God, but he was never the main focus of the ritual on screen. This is a question. Was he included in the ritual off screen and they just never said anything about it? Or was he able to achieve God Ki through pure strength alone? Now, Super Saiyan Blue is a bit of a question itself. It is seemingly a combination of both being a Super Saiyan God and evolving that even to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, but it's also supposed to be perfect Ki control, which Whis explains it as. Now, which is it, or is it both? The closest hint that we get to that is that Goku says that Vegeta was able to achieve this power on his own, seemingly to imply that Vegeta got so strong with his training that he simply became a god. Now that doesn't really make too much sense, and Super Saiyan Blue has always been a gray area. So how exactly did Vegeta get God Ki? Was it off screen, or can Saiyans just simply turn into gods when they get strong enough? While we're on the subject of Vegeta, let's dive into question number 5, which is, what exactly is Vegeta's form that he evolved into in his battle with Jiren? Now, the closest thing that we got was the video game Dragon Ball Heroes gave it the name Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Evolution, but we never got any explanation about the form, what its multipliers were. Did it gain anything at all? It really just seemed like he got some miniature power boost, and they left it completely unanswered for us as to what exactly this form is, why he was able to achieve it, what is the power boost, exactly like Trunks' form, which I'll include in this same question, which Dragon Ball Heroes also gave a name, which was Super Saiyan Rage. These forms were never named in the anime, and there was zero explanations as to what they were. Now, Trunks is a little bit more understandable because he's a half-breed. He could have similar properties to Gohan in that when he just gets so far beyond his anger limit, he explodes and unleashes some hidden potential, but Vegeta's form didn't really explain anything beyond that, and this is one of the biggest questions that we've had. And if it's not in the anime, it's a little hard to say what is actually canon and what is not. The next unanswered question is, what is Beerus's full power? Now, there have been a lot of myths and misconceptions flying around about Beerus's full power ever since the Battle of the Gods movie. Now, in that battle, it is described as Beerus was only using 70% of his full power, but then when they redid the movie in arcs for Dragon Ball Super, Beerus said he was only using a small fraction of his power against Goku, so it was in a sense retconned. There was also an interview with Toriyama where he was saying if Goku is a power level of 6, Beerus is a 10, and Whis is 15. And people have been using these numbers and getting them confused, and the fact of the matter is, we really don't know what Beerus's full power entails. Exactly how strong is a god of destruction, especially Beerus, at their maximum potential? That is something that we have never seen unless you consider Toppo as a full power god of destruction, but there are arguments against that because he had just attained this form. Was he even technically a god of destruction at that point? That's a question on its own. How did Toppo just turn into a god of destruction? So I'm going to make that question number 7. But while we're on the subject of Beerus, let's move on to question number 8, which is, could Goku, now with Ultra Instinct, defeat Beerus's full power? This is something that we'll never know unless it is teased in the beginning of the upcoming movie. I think that would be a great opener if we get to see Goku fighting Beerus and possibly winning. I think, in my opinion, that Goku is stronger than Beerus at this point with Ultra Instinct, but we don't know that for sure. It is still an unanswered question, and it may always be. That comes to question number 9, and that is, with Ultra Instinct Goku, we get all these references to the heat. What exactly is that heat? Now, there are some theories that it's, kinetic energy. It's that his body's moving so fast, it's generating all this heat, but that was never explained. That was never described in the anime. It can be theorized logically, but that is a question that a lot of people have theories on, and fans were wondering about ever since they first described it in episode 110 when Goku first achieved Ultra Instinct Omen. And throughout the rest of Dragon Ball Super, we got all of these references to this tremendous heat emanating from Goku in episode 116, episode 129, and beyond. but we never got an answer as to what exactly the heat is and why Goku generates it. In fact, the first time around, everybody thought that Goku had the heat because he absorbed that Genki Dama explosion, and that described it. But as soon as he turned into it again, during his battle with Kefla, the heat was described again. So there's something beyond there. It could be kinetic energy, but it was never physically explained or answered in the anime. And the final question we have is about universes 13 through 18. So as Whis told us in episode 47, there used to be 18 universes, and in a fit of rage, Zeno erased 6 of those universes. Now, why did he erase them? And was there a third pairing of all of the universes? So for example, universe 6 and 7 are pairs. Was the last 6 universes a third set? Meaning, could there have been a third universe with Saiyans? And also, because of Android 17's wish, did he bring back those last 6 universes? So I know that's kind of like a 4-part question there, but that is one of the biggest mysteries of all of Dragon Ball Super, and could potentially be the story for either the movie or the next arc if Dragon Ball Super continues. And one final bonus question here for you guys is, when Hit fought Jiren, why wasn't Hit able to improve to the point where he became stronger than Jiren? This was a super hyped up battle that everybody was excited for, because as we saw Goku fight Hit just kept improving and getting stronger and faster throughout the match, to the point where Goku pretty much would have just lost in a straight up fight if the battle would have continued. And with Hit able to just get stronger and stronger and stronger no matter who he's fighting, why wasn't he able to do that against Jiren? Was that just bad writing? What is your opinion on that, guys? I think Hit deserved a little bit more justice and he didn't get it, but hey, that's just my opinion. Thank you guys so much for stopping by Mastar Media today. If you have any answers to these questions, I would love to hear your theories below.